Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Man, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Dolphin football. At their own 38-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
Ice jab, turbo 2, corner, long.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Fant. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Oh, good move. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Waddle. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that would work well, partner.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying for it with Pirine. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Hey, 0-0. Hey, easy.
Again, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Tua now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And out of bounds right around the 20. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Tua going to try and run. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have...
Touchdown, Dolphins! with one A-chain. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, here's Pirine. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fair. Hey, look.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Broncos 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
At the 34-yard line.
Two and now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to H.A. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Dolphins 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is caught. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 14. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't.
And now off to the races, down the right side. play. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A-Chain fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. One more time with A-Chain. And this time he is in. Devon A-Chain on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, and get on out for the half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun. Wilson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Get to the line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's caught at the 10. And off the right end for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a good start right there. This game has changed pretty dramatically in the last few minutes. So now these guys are forced to play from behind here. And that's a positive first step towards claiming this lead right back.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Tua's throw into the hands of Fan. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to H.A. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set? Number 2. 20, TX. Hey, number 1.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Third down, here's A-Chain.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They give to A-Chain on the option.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A-Chain gets it from the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
This one thrown underneath to A-Chain.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Tua. This is the tight end fan. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and goal Well, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon A-Chain, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
That's who is going to change things up.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down. 27-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 111 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
So that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the